Hey everybody, Natalie here from TotallyDazzled.com. Today I am going to show you how to make this beautiful tulle chair bow. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm obsessed with this project. It's so easy to do and it makes a gorgeous chair back. What an impact to have at your wedding. This is gorgeous. It takes from the trend of tulle skirts that are so popular in fashion right now and brings it to your wedding chair backs. I'm gonna show you how to make this project. It's really easy. It doesn't take much skill and I think you're really gonna love it. So let's get right to the project. Today's project doesn't require many supplies at all. You're going to need a satin ribbon. Today I'm using a 2.5 inch wide white satin ribbon and some tulle ribbon. This is a 6 inch wide white tulle ribbon, some scissors, and a brooch of your choice. So the first step is I want the tails of my chair back bow to be nice and long. So I'm gonna need like a really super duper long piece of ribbon. And once you have one done, you can use it as a guide to measure so that you don't waste too much ribbon. But I'm gonna just get a rough idea of how much I need here. So I am going to need a long enough piece to wrap around my chair sash. Let me see, sorry. It's gonna go this way first. Around the back this way, around. Then I need enough to make a bow and have some nice long tails. So that should be plenty. So, okay. So need a nice long piece. So now that I know that will work, I'll just cut the end here. Then the next step is going to be to tie this satin ribbon in the middle. So the best thing to do is fold it in half. Even out the ends to find your center point, and then put that at the back center of the chair. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tie this just like this to start. Just in a loose sort of a bow, because the next step is going to be attaching the actual pieces of tulle here to make the tulle skirt. So the next thing that you need to do is grab your tulle, and again we're going to get an idea of the length that we need. So I want it a little bit longer than the feet of the chair. I want it to kind of drape down a bit. So I'm going to go maybe a little bit shorter. I'm going to go about that length. And I'll cut it here. And you're going to need about 6 or 8 strands. So once you have one done, you can use it as a guide to cut your other pieces. And if you are doing a whole bunch of these, what I would recommend doing is grabbing a piece of cardboard. You're gonna want it to make it half the length of this, I guess, and then wrap it around, and just cut one edge to make all of your strands quickly and easily. But for today, we're just working on one chair. You might want to do this just for the bride and groom chairs, or maybe if you're really ambitious, you could do it for all of your guests. So I'm going to cut 6 strands like this, and then I'm going to just show you guys how to attach them. So this is so easy. It requires no sewing at all. So again, you want to fold your piece of tulle in half so that you can find the center point. Make sure your ends are even so that the bottom of your chair sash is all even. And then what you want to do is put it through the back of this ribbon, and then take the long piece and put it through this hole right here and pull it down. And you're going to just repeat that process until you get the fullness that you like. For today's project, I'm going to do about 6 or 8 pieces. We'll see, I'll stop when I think it's full enough. Obviously, the fewer pieces you use, the quicker it's going to be and the more cost efficient it's going to be because you won't be using as much fabric. And then just pull tight. And then you're gonna keep going until you have the fullness that you want. For today's project, I'm gonna do most of the back, but not all the way. I'm gonna go about just in the middle here. So let me show you now a piece that I have almost finished. Okay, so I've got 7 pieces on here right now, and I'm just going to add our final piece, again by going behind and just looping through and pulling down. Okay, so that's about the fullness that I want. So now that that's done, I'm going to untie this bow. That was just there to hold it on because it's easier to do it to tie them right on the chair. If you don't have your actual chairs from your weddings, you can just use a dining room chair you have at home, or even a piece of cardboard. Just makes having something on there just makes it easier to attach. So then I'm going to cross our pieces of ribbon around the back. And I want it right there at this bar, but you can change up the look. You could put it higher, lower. This is just where I'm doing it today. It's where I think it looks really good. Okay. Now what you want to do is you want to weave it back and tie it over this piece again. That way all of your knots and all of your work are hidden behind this piece of ribbon. So I'm going to just tie a basic knot here, like as if you were tying your shoe. And now a bow. So I'm going to loop with the left, go around with the right, and through. Pull it taut. Okay, so these loops are way too big, but you can just make them smaller by pulling down on the tails, so until you get the size that you want. Okay. There we go. And then here I've already cut this ribbon on a diagonal, but usually what you want to do at the end is cut it on a nice diagonal so the ends look nice and pretty and finished. And then of course we're going to add our little touch of sparkle at the end just to finish it off and make it extra gorgeous. So you're just going to take your brooch, pin it right through the center, and there is your finished product. So easy, no sewing, no gluing, just tying some basic knots and cutting some lengths of ribbon. This is a gorgeous chair. It really doesn't take much effort, and I think even if you only had time to do them on the bride and groom's chairs or the budget to do it on the bride and groom chairs, this would be a gorgeous addition to any wedding or event. And of course, oh my goodness, imagine a reception hall filled with these gorgeous chairs. It would just be stunning. So I hope you've really enjoyed this project. And just keep in mind, you could even do it at home for a bridal shower or a baby shower. It's beautiful. It kind of has a princessy or ballerina feel to it because of the tulle. It's a really versatile chair style, and I think it's truly beautiful. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos just like this. And of course, thank you for shopping for these beautiful rhinestone brooches and more gorgeous rhinestone accessories at totallydazzled.com.